she's so fine. Hell of her blows my mind. Hell of her lights my day.
What's good, guys? I have two videos, this one and the next one, regarding Harris County, Texas. This one came out on the 29th, and I've heard nothing about this, so I definitely wanted to bring it to the channel. It's coming out via KHOU 11. Harris County Sheriff's Office. Man fatally shot outside Airbnb. Woman victim met at club, left with gunman. I've done many videos about Harris County, and it is a dangerous, dangerous place. A weekend visit to Houston turned deadly Monday after a man was shot and killed at an Airbnb he and his friends were renting in Spring. Reports of shot fired came in at 3:10 a.m. from the 3500 block of Braewin Court, the sheriff's office said. Harris County Sheriff Lt. Cook said the victim was found in the doorway of the house when officers arrived. Paramedics took the man to the hospital, where he was later pronounced deceased. According to investigators, 4 men visiting from New York and New Jersey had booked the space. Sergeant Ben Bell said they had been partying at a club in Midtown when they came back to the Spring home. The sheriff's office said the victim and an unknown woman were walking up to the door while another one of the friends parked their vehicle. That's when they say an unidentified man approached them and shot the victim multiple times. Investigators said the woman, the alleged gunman, and a third person then left the scene in a dark-colored 4-door car. We don't know if it was a robbery attempt or if it was someone mad about the women that they were bringing back to the house, Bell said. The shooter and the victim never made it into the house, according to deputies. We don't have a motive as to what occurred before the shooting, Cook said. We have several people here who may have been witnesses, but we're going to wait until our investigators get here so they can talk to them. If you know anything that could help investigators, please call the Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Detectives at 713-274-9100 or call Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. Now I'm going to play the video that goes with this story.
An out-of-town visitor was shot and killed at an Airbnb in Spring overnight. He'd been part of a group who had just returned from a night out. Brittany Ford learned that the men may have been followed.
It's here at this home on the corner of Braewin Court in North Houston that sheriff deputies say a night out turned deadly.
There were 4 males from New York and New Jersey that were renting the house down here. It apparently is an Airbnb. They were down here in the Houston area partying.
Sergeant Ben Bell with the Harris County Sheriff's Office says the men were visiting for the weekend. Bell says after partying at a club downtown, the group was bringing women back to the home around 3 a.m. this morning. They say one of the men was walking up to the front door when an unknown person came up and shot him. Authorities believe the men could have been followed.
We don't know if it was a robbery attempt or if it was somebody that was mad about the women that they were bringing back to the house.
He was taken to a nearby hospital where he later died. Authorities say there were others inside when the shots were fired. Investigators are questioning those witnesses, trying to get a better idea of who shot that man. Right now, they don't have a suspect or vehicle description, but are hoping to gather surveillance video from the neighborhood.
As far as we know, they never made it inside the house, and so he was shot right at the front doorstep.
Anyone with any information is being encouraged to call the sheriff's office. Brittany Ford, KHOU 11 News.
Now I'm going to read this again, just so everybody's on the same page that I am. The Harris County Sheriff's Office said the victim and an unknown woman were walking up to the door, while another one of the friends parked their vehicle. That's when they say an unidentified man approached them and shot the victim multiple times. Investigators said the woman, the alleged gunman, and a third person then left the scene in a dark-colored 4-door car. To me, it sounds like a setup. He said that the men were bringing back women to the residence that they had rented. But if this woman, who was obviously a local, or one would say she was a local, left with the gunman, I mean, come on. Come on. And they left in a dark colored four-door car. So it sounds like they were the setup girls. And these guys from New York and New Jersey just happened to be the targets. And it's unfortunate. Who in the world thinks that they're going to go for the weekend somewhere and end up dead? I mean, this whole story is suspicious. And what's even more suspicious is that I can't find any more stories on it. Just this one out of KHOU 11. So I'm going to continue to watch this story. There was a tweet from the reporter, but all it shows is the crime scene. And it's a nice neighborhood where this Airbnb is located. So it's not like it was an environmental problem. It just honestly sounds like somebody set them up. So I'm going to end this story on that note. But thanks for watching, guys.